Hello folks, once again to another tutorial, this time Cinema 4D and Second Life combined with Wings 3D to sculpt sculpties. Okay, first thing we need to do is go into Cinema 4D. Here we are in Cinema 4D. Let me clear this. And let me open up a prim file, sphere, and here we are. We have a Second Life compatible prim, a sphere, 64 by 63, triangle faces, ready to go to be sculpted. There's tons of things you can do to this object in here, but there's some things you cannot do. You cannot triangulate any further, you cannot subdivide, you cannot use anything that subdivides, like hypernerves and things. You can't change the faces at all. It's got to remain the same face count, the same triangulated face count. You cannot change that. You change any of the faces in any way and it will not be imported into Second Life at all. However, you can push and pull what's already there. Let's do that now, shall we? Structure magnet. Radius of the magnet too big. So let's reduce that, shall we? Alright, 100 is too big, so let's drop it down to 1. Now we have a small magnet tool. Now let's have some fun, shall we? F3 to jump to the side view. Let's zoom out just a little bit here. Let's make there's a nose. Overhead, F2. Set of eyes, kind of. Pushed back area anyways. Let's push in, push in. Let's get a smaller brush from 1 to 0.5. Alright, now we can bring in a mouth. Sink in those eyes. Need a bigger brush for this one. Alright, so far so good. Alright, that's quite interesting. Not bad. Not that great, but not that bad either. I've seen worse. we need to kind of change the basic shape just a bit here to make it more like a character, huh? Try to be symmetrical in your shapings. I'm not that good, but you get the general idea, and that's the most important part. Alright, here we are. A basic shape that's good enough. Now to bring this into either Second Life or into what I like to go into, opensim, through the New World Grid at newworldgrid.com, where you can sign up and get the Hippo New World Grid viewer. You can even download New World Studio and host your own land for free, or you can just use opensim for free and upload for free, versus Second Life costs you money to upload. Sounds, animations, images, whatever, it costs you money in Second Life. With opensim, it's free. But first we need to turn this into a sculpty BMP. To do that, we just export this object as a wavefront object. Export wavefront. Not with my prims out here. Test prim. Save. Now we go into Wings 3D, and in here we bring in our test prim object. Import wavefront object, test prim, and here it is. Not very good, but it's a test object anyways. Now, File, Export, Second Life Sculpted BMP, test prim.bmp, and here we are. Now, we're set. We don't need Cinema 4D or Wings 3D unless we need to further sculpt and shape and edit the sculpty. At this point we can just go into Second Life or opensim. I prefer opensim because it's free. Let's give myself some good light. Midday, that's better. Now let's go and do some work here. File, upload image, test prim. Delete my old test prim. There we go. Upload. You paid 0 lindens, of course, because I'm in opensim, not Second Life. Now let's create any object. Change the object building block type to sculpted. Put the image into there. Alright, now minimize. Control Shift stretch. Bring it over. Rotate it around. Click off. Close build actually. And here we are. The shape I made in opensim. that helps. there's your method for doing it. This is how I do it anyways. I like Cinema 4D and the tools it provides. And this is how you use Cinema 4D to get sculpties in here. If there is a Second Life plugin for Cinema 4D, release 10.5 and above, somewheres, somebody let me know, please. But for now, that's it. Enjoy. Happy primming.